Hello everyone, I am Peppino here, back for episode 4 and mission 4 in Kerbal Space Program. And today we are in a ship I just built and named the Orbiter 1. And that's called that because today we are sending our brave astronaut, Jebediah Kerman, down here. We are sending him into orbit around the planet. Uh, so, he is going to be the first Kerbal in space. He bravely volunteered, even though there's a decent chance that this will blow up. Well, hopefully not. This is a pretty simple ship, so it shouldn't. But you never want to be the guy to risk going first in something like this. But alright, anyway, here we go. Launching the first Kerbal into space in 3, 2, 1. And that's taking off very nicely. It's looking very stable and very quickly. We're going to switch to the map view here. Here we see the orbit of Kerbal 1, and we're going to try and get a similar orbit for our astronaut here. And so far so good. Everything is going really well. These boosters real quick. And there we go. Jebediah is happy because everything is going according to plan so far. And let's see here. Our apoapsis is getting up there, right where we want it. So now we just gotta wait a little bit until we get a little bit higher up. I suppose we can start doing a tilt now. Don't want to tilt that way. Yeah, this way, right? Yes, alright. Let's start getting our tilt going here. This rocket has plenty of fuel, probably a lot more than it needs to, but that was done just for safety's sake, because you never want to be too careful, or you never can be too careful, I should say, with the lives of your astronauts, especially the first astronaut, because you don't want to kill the first astronaut. That would definitely lower the confidence level of any future astronauts trying to go on missions. So let's take a look here at our apoapsis. That's going good. And we're not going to need much of this fuel. We've got a lot left. Once I turn on the next stage. Like that. And there's our apoapsis. Probably just keep burning right now. Let's get a little more of a tilt first. Just right there. And then this should extend into an orbit fairly easily. So now we'll just wait here. We'll check on Jebediah. He's happy as can be. That's terrific. And now take a look back at our trajectory here, and it looks like it's getting fairly close now to looping around. Could wait to burn more till we're up at the apoapsis, but we don't actually really need to worry about fuel. I don't think it should be a huge problem. Oh, here he goes, and should create an orbit pretty soon. Pretty soon here. It's going to be a elongated orbit, but that's fine. I could fix that if I stopped burning now and waited a little bit to burn more, but Heck with it, we've got plenty of fuel. Let's just keep it going. Alright, now I should probably actually do that. I'll wait a little bit because that's getting pretty far out there. So let's just speed up time a bit. Once we get to our apoapsis, we'll burn again. Alright, let's just reconfigure our direction here. And we'll do a quick burn that should get us a stable orbit. And then we can let him orbit the planet for a little while. Alright. So see now when we burn, there we go, and we got an orbit. Alright, so we'll leave this elongated orbit, I guess. Well, yeah, we could try fix it once we get back down there to the periapsis. But he's the farthest Kerbal ever from the home planet, and that's got to be a pretty cool view, being able for the first time to have a living thing out in space there. And so now we'll just wait. We'll do a rotation around the planet here. And that's pretty cool. Let's just check here. We're coming to the periapsis pretty soon. That should be far enough out where it's not going to be in the atmosphere at all, because if you get down into the atmosphere you can sometimes slow down, and then you would eventually come back down to the planet. But that's not what we want here. We want an orbit. Our orbit's outside the orbit of Kerbnik 1, so that means we'll definitely be safe from that point of view. So we'll just do a rotation or two around the planet, let him enjoy his time up in orbit, because we might as well. We could let him orbit for a little while. On the next trip around, I'm going to try and bring down this orbit so it's not so elongated. But right now, there's the record, 4,500,000 to something. That's the record for the farthest away we've sent a astronaut. So we'll keep that in mind. But I think our next manned mission, we could try and send someone to orbit around the moon, which would be pretty cool. Alright, so now we'll do a burn. We'll bring this back down a bunch here. And so bring that down. Then we'll orbit a couple more times, just for the fun of it, for Jebediah. And then after that, we'll bring him back down for a hopefully safe landing. Alright, make sure we save plenty of fuel for landing. Here we go, let's watch the sunrise over the horizon of the planet, right there. Jebediah is still just jacked out of his mind down there in the little camera in the corner. Alright, we'll orbit a couple more times. Just take a look at the planet. And then, once we do that, we'll bring him in for a landing. There's the moon. Alright, now we're going to want to bring him down in the ocean, probably. That'd probably be the safest. So, let's take a look at the map and try plan this out. I'd like to bring him down for landing somewhat close to where we launched from, which is right there, I believe. So when we're opposite of there, we're going to want to burn. So let's take a look at this now. Let's get a little farther. Alright, right there. Now we'll start the process of bringing our astronaut down from orbit. So what we're going to do is just do a burn in reverse, and that should bring this down. And we want to get a little farther. If we get to our apoapsis and finish that off, then that should bring him down right near the launch pad. You want the periapsis to actually be not quite above where you want to land, because you're going to slow down going into the atmosphere. So you're actually going to land short of your periapsis. So if we leave the periapsis where it is right now, we should be able to bring him down just off the coast of our space facility. So we'll do a burn right here. And whoa, that was too much. We have plenty of fuel left. Let's try fix that. We could just bring him down right over there, but I want to see how close we can land him to where we started. So right there, we'll do a slow burn. And that should bring our trajectory back up to right around there. That'll be fine. That'll be plenty. We can actually leave our periapsis. We don't have to have our trajectory touching Kerbin completely. You just have to be far enough within the atmosphere for your parachutes to deploy, and then when your parachutes deploy, you'll slow down and then you'll stop orbiting. So let's speed up time a bit here. We'll watch from the map here, just because we don't want to miss the time where we're going to need to go out and deploy our chutes. Actually, we can just watch from here. It's okay, we'll be fine, we'll figure it out. Now what I'm going to watch for is when we start sinking down into the atmosphere. That's when I'm going to want to disconnect this and deploy the chutes, which right now it looks like. So we'll do this here and see our periapsis is sinking a little bit right now, just because of the fact that we're now entering the atmosphere and slowing down, or we're going slower than we would be if we weren't entering the atmosphere. So we'll wait a little bit. We still have time before we reach that. And it looks like our periapsis has actually moved on us. We could do a burn to try and extend it a little bit, because if you can see there, it's moving back as we slow down, and we don't want that. Well, alright, that's not going to fix it. It's fine. We can bring him down in the ocean on the other side of the launch pad. So right now we're at 40,000 meters, I'm just going to turn him around here, then we'll disconnect this final stage and bring him down for a nice, hopefully nice, safe landing. There we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright. Now that can happen. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Settle down. Alright, there we go. Got control of this. And we're gonna pass our other thing. Hopefully when we deploy the chutes that doesn't come back and like hit us. But alright, there we go. The chutes are ready, so they should deploy. Let's just go like that. Alright, so we may actually land on this little peninsula here, which should not be a problem. So our parachute should deploy. There we go, right there. And you can see we're slowing down a lot. There goes our last stage there. I was hoping it wouldn't hit us, and it didn't, so that's good. And it's gone. And you can see we're slowing down here. 700 meters per second. Down to 600 meters per second, and we're still 17,000 meters above the surface. So it looks like everything is working correctly for us to come in for a safe landing. Oh. Try and fix this a little bit. There we go. And yep, we're gonna land right on this little peninsula here. And we're now at 10,000 meters, going 200 meters per second, and that is dropping. I don't want to speed up time or warp time here, just because of the fact that I've had it occasionally where things will glitch and disconnect, and we don't want our parachutes to deconnect or anything like that, with Jebediah relying on them for his life. So we'll just watch this in normal speed here. And Jebediah still just happy as can be. We'll turn off our SAS and just let this go like that. There we go. And now we're 3,200 meters above the surface, dropping at 85 meters per second. That will slow down once the parachutes deploy fully, which they have not done yet. They'll do that once we get closer to the ground. And pretty soon, Jebediah Kerman will be safely on the ground. We're now at 1,000 meters, and the parachute should deploy right about now. There we go. And now they're all fully deployed. I went overkill on the parachutes as well. I probably didn't need that many, but I don't want to have him die. So alright, now we should be able to warp time a little bit. Just because he's going 3.3 meters per second, and he's still got 500 to go, so we're not going to sit here for like 2 minutes just to watch him fall. We'll warp time up to 3. Just because I know 4 can get a little glitchy for some reason, so I don't want to do that yet. But there we go. A successful first mission, or first manned mission, and Jebediah Kerman will return to Earth as a hero for having survived the first journey into outer space. And now preparing for touchdown. There it is. And there he is. We'll zoom in here. And let's hop him out. And hop up. And there we go. And he is happy as can be. He has survived. So there he is, Jebediah Kerman, the first Kerbal in space. And he's not too far from the launch pad. We'll have someone go pick him up later. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time when we take the next step for our Kerbal Space Program. Bye-bye.